Hey, everybody.
And
Thank dog. It's Friday.
happy TDIF, everybody.
It's great to be with you. We were just digging through our craft stash, trying to
Yep.
find all the gingerbready things that we can talk about today, because we've got a really fun gingerbread-inspired DIY crafts to do today. I love our Fridays
Yep.
where we get to just kind of chill out, have some fun, be a little creative, usually taking Dollar Tree supplies and, maybe some things from Hobby Lobby or Walmart's craft departments, and really bringing some really fun things together. And we're still doing Christmassy themed things. I think we're on a kick. We're going to be doing Christmas stuff for a little while. We've got some really fun projects coming up, and today's is no exception. It's going to be really great. So the first thing you're going to need is a little 4-inch hoop. And we're going to turn this into a little bit of gingerbread magic. So we're so happy to have you here with us today. If you don't know who we are, I'm Patty. I'm here with Hillary.
Hello, everybody.
Love your new hairstyle. I have to point it out. You look adorable. I love it. I love it. It's sometimes it's tough to do a change,
Yep.
And so I commend you on your bravery. You look gorgeous. You always look gorgeous, but you look especially cute with the
You're making me blush. Thank you.
I love it. I love it. So anyway, thanks so much, everybody, for being with us today. We are the co-founders of Hound Hugger DIY. So we do all kinds of free craft tutorials every Friday. We go live and record them on social. So you can watch us go through the steps every Friday, wherever you're watching us on social. But we also do these little shorts, don't we?
Yes.
So if you want to jump ahead, right?
Yeah, for all of our projects, we have short versions of them where you can watch going through the steps really quickly. So wherever you want to watch it. So TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, all of those places, we have versions of these crafts done really quickly. So you can kind of get a quick hit of all the highlights. Or as Patty said, you can watch us do them live in real time. So you actually get to hear all our tips and tricks and things like that as we're going through the projects. And I have just a few of some of our little past, these last couple weeks ornaments. So definitely check out our past playlist, because we have some really fun ones that are there. So, and we have years and years of past projects. So there's so many great wreaths and all sorts of different ornaments, wreaths, decor, and dog treat recipes that are absolutely some of our dog's favorite treat recipes. So check those out as well.
Exactly. Especially with Thanksgiving coming up. We have a Thanksgiving dinner dog treat. It is like our yearly annual tradition we do every year. And I think it's probably by far our dog's absolute favorite dog treat, because they get to have Thanksgiving in a little bite. So
it's all the flavors of Thanksgiving in one treat. They love it. My pup's favorite, we have one that is like a spinach and cream cheese that we do. We have like a wreath version of that one. My dogs go absolutely bonkers for that one. That's the one that they will keep on going back into the kitchen and I know there's more somewhere. Find them.
Oh, so fun. We love spoiling our pups, not just with treats and stuff, but we also have some other dog inspired crafts. So if you love dogs, if you love crafting, welcome. We're so happy to have you here. And as I said, we're going to do another little Christmas craft using this 4-inch embroidery hoop. And basically what you're going to do is take some kind of gingerbread colored brown paint. And this one is apple barrel chestnut.
I have cafe au lait. So again, just you're kind of looking for that. Or if you don't have it, you can mix some colors of browns and, come up with that sort of gingerbready color.
Right.
So
get some brown and white, maybe a little yellow, get a nice little, cookie color. And once you have it painted, you're going to it's going to be, you can wipe it. It doesn't have to have several coats. It doesn't have to be thick coated or anything like that, but you can wipe it dry. We're just going to want to make sure this is dry for the next step. So hoop, paint, let it dry. And then we're going to grab a paint pen, or I just got these Jelly Roll white ink pens. I'm going to give this a try. Yeah, because it's not paint. It's not a Sharpie. I was looking for the Sharpies, but it actually I'm going to see. We're going to see. We're going to try it out. I think this is going to work pretty well. I got this at Hobby Lobby, closer to like the art supplies, where the frames section is, where the fancy fine art stuff.
Yep.
So it actually is in the same area with the paint pens. And I did get a paint pen, just, you can hear it, just in case. But sometimes those splotch and they're hard to control. So I thought I'd like dive in head first and see if we'll give this a go.
And I'm using a chalk marker. Now, the only thing with this
nice.
one is it's a little thick. So I have a finer tipped one. I couldn't find it. So we're going to give this, it's a little bit thicker, but chalk marker might also work because, again, it doesn't have that like bleeding problem that sometimes the paint pens can
I love chalk paint for that. Yeah. So we're going to take the small hoop out. We're only going to paint the outside of this larger hoop, and we're just going to do little swirls, little hearts, polka dots. You could do little arrows or V shapes. You could do little floral embellishments if you want, even if it's just polka dots and swirls. We're just kind of mimicking that gingerbread-y kind of look. Is all we're trying to do.
Think of like the roof of a gingerbread house, or the edges of the gingerbread house where they have those little swirls and things like that. That's what you're kind of trying to mimic with this.
Exactly. And I like throwing a couple little cute little hearts in the in the mix. Is adorable. But we'll give this a go. And I do think it is a little tough to work with the fatter paint pens on this surface because it is kind of tiny. But just take your time. There's no big rush. And honestly, if all you do are little polka dots and little curly cute S's, that's all you need.
Yeah, you get the vibes that you're looking for, so don't like overthink how they're, oh, this one's not as perfect as the last one or whatever. It doesn't really matter. You're just
exactly
for the look.
Exactly. So and even if you just do polka dots, they're fun too. And I love how it actually is pretty easy. It might be intimidating because you're not quite sure what to draw. And if you don't have any ideas, Google a gingerbread house and kind of print that picture just for inspiration for all the swirls and twirls and all that kind of stuff. It's actually easier than you think. And there's no rules. So whatever design you come up with is perfectly fine. And I like the idea of decorating the outside of this hoop. I don't think I've ever seen it done before. So I think it's a fun idea to kind of add some of that extra design element to the outside of your
it brings that theme like kind of to life throughout the whole ornament. And you do see the edges of the ornaments too. So.
Yeah. Well, especially if you hang it on your tree, you're going to see it from all sides.
Yep.
So this will add a little extra surprise. And one of the things you could do, like where you do a V for a bird in the sky, if you're drawing like little birds far, far away and they look like little V's with like kind of curled edges, you could just do 3 or 4 of those in a row as kind of a little half swirl shape or a curvy shape. Really, whatever designs. It doesn't have to be complicated. If you're intimidated by swirls and things, pick a shape you like. Draw little flowers.
Yep. You're just doodling here. So
yeah, exactly.
Don't overthink it. It's just a doodle.
Perfect. I love this. It's fun. This could be so easy for kids to participate too, or if you had a girls' night, craft night together, this would be super fun to do as well. And I like the simplicity of this craft. There really isn't much to it. But there's just so much kind of beauty in the simplicity of this project.
It really has that like homemade warmth and texture to it that
Yeah.
is so
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. That's kind of the whole idea with gingerbread cookies,
Yep.
it's just that warm holiday hug that you get, which is fun. All right.
So how did the jelly roll work for you?
I'm impressed. I'm really impressed. At first I thought the line was going to be too thin, because it's like drawing with a pen. It is a pen. But it does, if you go back over the line a couple times, you have control over the thickness. I wish I had this sooner. It gives you confidence too when you have more control over the line, which is, we all need that when we're crafting, a little bit of confidence. So I do like that. Now, if you want to,
I've done one side down to the bottom here, and now I'm just kind of mirroring that on the other side as well. But you don't have to do that. You could just do random doodles all the way to the top. It really doesn't matter.
Yeah, you read my mind. I was just saying that. I'm just going to keep going. So some of my hearts are going to be upside down, some of them won't, but that's okay. But if you want to flip it over and do the other half, that's cool too. Oh, that's adorable. I think it's coming along nicely. You could put names on this, you could, you could personalize this. You could, instead of doing the gingerbread designs, you could put, Happy Holidays or Merry Christmas or Merry Christmas from such and such family or Merry Christmas to you. You could really customize this just using, you don't even have to use the gingerbread designs, just using a white marker or white pen on the brown gives you that gingerbread feel, right? So it doesn't have to necessarily be swirls and polka dots and all that stuff. Yeah, I definitely like the pen. I would highly recommend it. I actually got this in a pack of 3. You can get the white pens on their own, but I got it in a pack of white, gold, and silver. So I've got the gold and silver to use yet. But with the holidays coming up, there's plenty of opportunity to do that. And you can sign with it. You can, write your Christmas cards with it. So I like that idea.
Well, it's so nice when you actually find one that performs well.
Oh my gosh.
Huge.
I have tried for years to find something that I like. And I had a chalk paint pen that worked great, but mine's dried out. So don't have any use for it anymore. So I needed to go get something else. And I'm really glad I liked it. And if you make a mistake, you can always paint back over this, right?
Yep.
So don't worry. If you fub up, you can always paint over it and do it again. So yeah, super cute. Love these. All right. Now that we've got the exterior all ready to go, we're going to grab some burlap. I've got some white burlap. I would stick with like a beige or a white or a gingerbready kind of color theme is what we're going with. And then you want a piece that's a little larger than your hoop. So I would say, I don't know, 5-6 inches, probably more than 5 inches if it's a 4-inch hoop, maybe 6 or 7 inches. We're just going to cut a nice big chunk that's going to span the width of that hoop. Okay, and then we're going to fold it in half with the ends together. And we're going to lay that across the bottom of the hoop, but make sure to leave some room at the top. So it doesn't necessarily have to be halfway, maybe a little less than half from the
Yeah, I'd
top.
say like almost a third.
Yeah, that's a
And
good.
you're working with, I guess I'm using the inner hoop.
Yes, I'm sorry.
So,
yes, inner hoop.
So, and about a third of the way down.
Yeah. We're going to create a little pocket with the two ends that are facing up, and the fold will be hanging probably well below the hoop, but that's okay. And then we're just going to squeeze it between the larger hoop.
See if I can get my hoop open at the same time.
And mine, I just want to make sure it's kind of straight. So, because you're going to be hanging from that
oh yeah, that's a good
screw
point
at the top. So make sure that it's straight. I learned that from a mistake that I made.
See, we do these. You're getting to see the quick versions of them, because that's the version that we get to kind of test with and figure out what are all the tips and tricks after we've done it once.
Yeah. So align the screw at the top. Make sure that the line of the fabric is perfectly level with the top. And you're going to have lots hanging off the bottom. That's totally fine. And then just tighten that nut down to secure everything in place. It might take a little adjusting. Make sure it's all in there good and tight. And then the ends are open at the top to create this little pocket. And then once you feel good about where it is, we're going to trim off all this excess. And I just trim it from the back. Just try and trim it as close to the embroidery hoop as you can. And we've got our little, we're setting the stage for our little scene, our little gingerbread scene that we're going to make. It's super cute. Again, the pocket's right there. And if you want to put some glue along the back, you can. I don't think we're going to need to. If that screw is pretty tight, it's not going to come apart. You're good to go.
I'm just adjusting here. My hoop is a little wonky. So
it's
a little
bit of doing. Yeah, no, it takes a little bit, but it's well worth it. It's super cute. Now, the fun part is now you can tuck anything you want in here. You could keep this super simple and natural and get some dried flowers and just tuck those in and just have a nice fun little display with the gingerbread design on the outside. Or you could get real cute and adorable and just load this up with some gingerbread men or gingerbread themed items, which we're going to do a little bit of that as well. So you could put some dried flowers in here or really just decorate this any way you'd like. But you could kind of use that. We're thinking about this as kind of like a little vase, really. We're just going to tuck in some things here into that little pocket we've created. Adorable. And larger hoops for this project would totally work as well. I really think, you could go bigger.
You could do a whole scene, like a whole scene, do it as a kind of wall hanging. This is obviously kind of more ornament size, but this works for any size hoop that you want to work with. So. Exactly.
All right. So I'm just going to add some greenery, and I ended up, so my little scene is going to have, I went to Hobby Lobby and I found these adorable little gift tags. They're not quite the same color as my hoop. So I took some of this paint and I painted over my little gingerbread house. And then I went back over the white with my jelly roll. So this became this.
Oh,
So
cute. Okay.
I just darkened it a little bit so that it matches a little bit more closely to, my ring and my embroidery hoop.
And I'm just going to stick with kind of greens on the inside of mine. And so, like Patty said, like just shop your craft stash, figure out what little things that you have to work with, and then anything goes on here.
Yep. And I'm going to do the same. I'm going to attach some little greens in here as well. But Hobby Lobby last year had a whole wall of miniature, like Christmas ornaments, and little miniatures, and I couldn't find it this year. That would have been perfect for this little craft because everything is small.
Yep.
So if you have little miniature things in your craft stash, this would be a great project for that.
And the hardest part of this one is just kind of making decisions
in place
on what you want to use.
I trimmed down some greenery. This is Dollar Tree greenery. Dollar Tree's got some good greens to work with.
And you can kind of mix the textures and things like that too. So don't be afraid to use different bits of greenery.
All right. And really what I love is anything goes. Like just let your imagination go, and you can just add whatever little bits and bobs that you want into your little scene.
And it is little. So like as you're working, you're like, oh my goodness. Like you think you have a tiny piece of greenery and you're like, oh no, it needs to be even smaller.
Exactly.
So it doesn't take very much to fill up the little basket here.
No.
So I have some little berries. These ones from the Dollar Tree.
Oh, cute.
These little guys from Hobby Lobby. So, and there's also like just individuals.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Really anything goes here. Work with what you have.
Yeah, my Christmas craft stash is getting big enough. I might have to start doing Christmas in July. Just to make a dent. But it's fun. It's a fun time of year to decorate. So,
and they're fun. I love the idea of ornaments and things like that because you can think outside of the box on how to use them. It doesn't have to just go on your tree. These could be gift tags. These could be, included in a little gift basket, something handmade that you're putting in with another gift. It just, adds that little special homemade. Don't just think of like, I don't need another ornament. Think of different ways that you could use them as well.
Yeah. Little teacher gifts or hostess gifts. And I've said this before, you could hang them in your kitchen in the window. You could hang them on your rear view mirror in your car. Like there's always places to add little festive touches.
Or like on your cabinets. I see the little wreaths that go on cabinets and stuff. These could kind of be a centerpiece in those.
Adorable. Yeah. Or just hanging them from the cabinet knobs.
Yep.
Or drawer pulls. That would be really cute. All right, so I've added some greens and my little gingerbread house. So just going to keep going. Now, Hobby Lobby also had these adorable wood gingerbread people. I love them. They're cute little bow ties and everything. And so I just picked out my favorite one from the mix. These are actually stickers, which makes them super easy to use. So you can just stick this onto your ornament, or if you want to make it a little more permanent, you could certainly glue it in place. And I think that's what I'm going to do.
And Walmart has an amazing collection. If you go into their Christmas section, they have an amazing collection of different gingerbread things. So this is a little 6-piece one that I grabbed that have the ornaments. I'm going to use one of those. And then Dollar Tree has these little felt gingerbread stickers as well.
I didn't see those. Yeah, that's cool.
And then these are some little buttons that I found at a different craft store. So definitely just kind of shop around or shop your stash. And there are a lot of really cute gingerbread themed items available.
Yeah. And this year it's all about gingerbreads.
Yep.
So that's on trend. You could take, these little gingerbread. So do something super simple, tuck little greens into your pocket and then just do a line of gingerbreads across. That would be so cute. Like they're holding hands. So you don't need a ton of different supplies, really just 1 or 2 elements. You want to keep it simple. 1, 2, 3 elements, just keep it super simple. Some berries, some greens, and a little gingerbread cookie on top would be just fine. Make it just adorable. Here's what I've got so far.
Oh, that is adorable. I love the house.
It turns out so cute. Yeah, I was worried it was going to be a little too big. You'll see in the shorts, I did a different version because I was worried the house was going to be too big. But I thought, you know what, I'm going to give it a try, and it turns out super cute. So I'm glad
I'm just filling mine still with some little greens and things. Yeah. And then here's my little gingerbread man. He's going to go here on the front.
I love it. I love it. And are those little gingerbread men, or are they girls and boys? Do they have?
These ones are all boys.
Okay, so that's what mine are too. But some have red bow ties, some have green bow ties.
Yep, that's exactly how mine are. Mine have a little red scarf or green scarf.
Okay. Some of them have little rosy cheeks, which is so cute.
And then I have some little candy canes that I'm
that I love. I wish I had some candy canes. That would make this one super cute. Hey, Dorothy, great to see you. Thanks so much for crafting with us again today. Always great to have you here. We've got some really fun crafts coming up for the next couple of weeks as well. So be sure. We're in the Christmas spirit around here, doing all kinds of fun Christmassy things. And low budget, high impact, really stunning things that are coming up. Really fun, cute, adorable projects.
And they're all fun. Like they're perfect for craft parties or if you're getting together with friends to do.
Yeah.
They're all super easy and you get an instant win, which is really nice.
Yeah. Or if you need to do a bunch for a bunch of people, and you're on a budget. Oh, that is so adorable. I love that. So cute. Really so sweet. These are just fun little scenes. So again, it's a little vignette. You can create whatever you'd like. You could put a little doggy in the scene. You could put a little red pickup truck in the scene. You could do whatever you'd like. And then to top it off, we're going to add a little, I'm going to say not little, it's going to be an oversized bow with some thin or narrow, like 3/8 inch ribbon. And I got this at Dollar Tree. I think I got this last year because it says $1.25 on it, but it's a cute velvet ribbon that I really love. I think that'll go perfect for this. And what you're going to want is a bow and a loop. And we're going to attach the bow to the front of the ornament, and then the loop, we can just hot glue that to the back as a hanger.
And I love that velvet ribbon. It is so cute. I didn't find any, so I'm using a little thicker one, and it's got the little stitching accent to it. So it kind of goes with that like gingerbready homemade feel. So
it does. Yeah, just use what you have in your stash, your craft stash. Yep. That's the name of the game. All right. Yeah, the velvet does. There's something about velvet at Christmas time. Yep. The red or green velvet is so pretty.
You can't go wrong with the just velvet.
A little extra touch of lush, you know?
Yep.
Make it a little luxe. And I got little strings everywhere. And it just adds that little extra zhuzh. Once you get the bow on it, it just adds that extra little special touch to your little
I love the way that one turned out. It is so cute.
It's adorable. Yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised. I wasn't quite sure how it was going to turn out. And I have greenery that's got a lot of this little fake snow on it. So it's like glitter that's everywhere. Like I have these mini little snowballs all over my craft desk.
It is that time of year. So it's either glitter or flocking or like it's everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. And these are from Dollar Tree as well. The greens are from Dollar Tree. And I remember checking out the other day, and all over the cashier's counter was all this white flocking stuff. So anyway,
this is, I'll trim my little.
Oh, I love it. Yeah. How adorable. These are so cute. How sweet. As sweet as a cookie. So fun. It's got the design along the side. There's another extra little fun surprise. The scene in the middle. And your little bow and hanger on top. They're nice and lightweight. These would make fun gift toppers on a package. Super cute. It'd be fun to personalize the edge with the recipient's name, Merry Christmas, and then
I love that
to
idea.
And from would be cute on the side. But these make great coworker gifts or teacher gifts. Neighbor gifts. Sometimes you need to get 5, 6, 7 neighbor gifts, or if you're throwing a little party for your kiddos, you want to get gifts for everybody that's attending. These would be super fun and quick and easy to do.
I'm just gonna tack down these ends and then trim them up a little bit. But
I love it.
These turn out so cute, and I love the fact that just work with what you have. You could also do, little snowman ornament, or it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be a gingerbread. You can make it whatever theme you want to. So
exactly.
So fun.
Well, we hope we've inspired you to get out there this weekend, get crafty, dig through your craft stash, make something beautiful with some embroidery hoops and some brown paint and white pens, and make all the fun swirls and twirls of the gingerbread world, and add a little bit of merriment into your world with this cute little idea. Or as we said at the top of the hour, really feel free to go through our library. We have been doing this for many years now, and we're close to, if not over 300 craft tutorials. So there's tons to
There's plenty to go through.
Yes. Lots of Thanksgiving, holiday, festive, Christmas, all that good stuff. I'm sure there's something you'll love to do. So if we get you started with this one, you can keep on going.
Yep.
Thanks everybody for being with
Thank
us today.
you.
We really
Have a good one.
appreciate it. Have a great
Bye-bye.
weekend. Bye-bye.